Okay, this is the biker bag from Hand and Hide, straight out of Portland, Oregon. Love this bag. I actually don't do biking, and I should. There's no reason I haven't been biking. But I saw this and I thought I have to have it. I want it for reasons other than biking. It is July 4th weekend. That is all about chips and overeating and barbecues and hanging out. So we had an awesome barbecue this afternoon. We were tasked with bringing all the main course stuff. So we have here our giant cooler. I'm not sure you can see that. But I thought, I don't want to be out in public with all these people around and have a purse with me and be worried about not being able to set it down and have my stuff just walking away. So I thought, I'm going to use this to affix it to my cooler because no one's walking up to our cooler fumbling with these and taking them off in the middle of our party. So I thought, that's going to be really secure. Not only would nobody walk up and take these off, but if you decided you wanted to get in there, it's got the extra security of a strap. So let's get in there. I use this as my purse, and that was all I brought with me. So I had all the essentials in here. First of all, before I even get in here, check out this color. Hopefully you're getting it. It's not the polished sort of slick leather. It's the kind of leather that moves when you run your hands over it. It's got a nice richness to it and a character. It's not one solid color. It's got depth and variation. So I love that about this leather. And it's almost, before I even get in there, it's got like caramel and orange tones in there. So let me show you. It's got a little bucket, a little latch bucket. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been a long weekend. Anyways, and then how cute is this? Here underneath, they have their brand. And so I love that the brand is subtle, not in your face, and it's imprinted on there, and it's gorgeous. It says Hand and Hide, crafted in Portland, Oregon. I like the letter and the font. I think it's really well done. They do a lot of custom work, so I'm sure if you wanted it to say something other than their brand, you could get that done. It's got 2 snaps here. So what's nice about this is even if you turn this upside down, your stuff's not falling out. It's got a cover almost the entire length of the top. So you could leave that on, and I did, because I could just turn it and pull out my wallet. Or if you wanted to get in there just to stuff it, you can unsnap either side. And check out the things that I've gotten here, first of all. So I have my kiddos' sunglasses, because we were just out in the sun all day today. This is kind of weird, but I've lately gotten obsessed with Yogurtland, and so went to Costco and got that deal for $40, where you get actually $50 of product. Yeah, I did consider that to be an essential because I want Yogurtland after the picnic today. This is oddly, I didn't want to bring expensive sunglasses to the park just because you lose them or you set them down somewhere. So this is the highest rated sunglass on Amazon, and it's also the cheapest. So this is amazing, and it's what I have on right now. So this is perfect also because it's got kind of the giant lens. So it's perfect for less sun exposure. I fit my Samsung Galaxy S7 in there. I have in here a small, simple wallet for credit cards, etc. And then, of course, chapstick for sunscreen. So all that went in here, and it worked out to be, let me put it back in just so you can appreciate what it looks like full. I know I have a lot of stuff, but I figured I wanted just enough, right? I have to have my cash, and I have to have my sunglasses and all that stuff. So I snap these back on. It's relatively easy to do. I actually could have put a little bit more in here. And then down comes this, and I do the latch. It's really easy to do. I have it full, so even with it full, I can get it almost cinched all the way to the top. But anyways, there it is, and it was so nice and carefree. I wasn't constantly looking over my shoulder to make sure my purse was still sitting on the picnic table. It was there, it was affixed to our cooler, and it just worked out fabulously. So this is alternate use number 1. This is as your picnic bag that affixes to your cooler. I know it's a little specific, but we are having a heck of a nice weather run, and I'm taking advantage of it. It is picnic season. This is Hand and Hide, and this is their biker bag. Stay tuned for alternate use number 2. Thanks. Okay, alternate use number 2. Can you tell what I've affixed this thing to? Check it out. In a few weeks, I'm headed off to the Heartland to do a trip, and I'm packing for it and trying to think how I can pack smart. And this is one of the ways that I'm going to pack smart. I always have, obviously, a carry-on and then a fairly good-sized purse, and I try to keep, for easy access, things that I need for my kiddo. but somehow it never works out. It's either I'm fumbling through my purse and I can't get to it as quick as I need it to, or some inexplicable reason I've packed it away in the carry-on. It's very hard for me to get to. And I thought, oh my gosh, what if I use this biker bag and affix it to my carry-on so that everything I need in those 2 hours that I'm at the airport fumbling around and waiting for the plane, they're right there, and there's no doubt that I have access to them. So that's what I did. So check it out how much stuff fits in here. And this is really just for the kiddo to keep her entertained and a couple things to keep me sane. So most of it I can get to without undoing the snaps, which is kind of nice. So I have in here an applesauce, a chocolate milk, and then it's pretty much licorice, but they put a fancy name on it, so somehow I feel better about feeding it to my kiddo. Pull-ups, because we're still in the pull-up phase. And then back here I've tucked away one of my smaller tablets, and it's fitting in there just so, and I can't get it without undoing the snaps. No big deal. So let me undo those snaps and show you the size. So this is it. I won't turn it off so it's not in your face, but this is the size that fits in there. And there's still plenty of room, but I just love the idea that I'm going to go through the airport. Everything I absolutely have to have at a moment's notice, I'm going to have right here. And let me just pack that up for you again so you can see just how much stuff can fit in there. I did the tablet first, then the diaper, then the milk, the applesauce, and let's be honest, it's pretty much just plain licorice. This, and let me just show that to you. Hopefully you're getting that. There's room for other stuff in here. I could easily probably put my phone in here if I wanted to. And the phone, as long as I keep it towards the back, I don't need to unsnap that in order to get it out. So that is a really nice feature as well. But I do like the snaps for security, and because it's leaning forward, nothing's gonna fall out as long as those snaps are done. And you actually wouldn't even really have to do this if you didn't want to, if you wanted to be lazy and just kind of keep it like that. But let me fix this. I should have snapped that on a little tighter. But it is nice for security when you're going through the airport to have that. Let me just show you. This is really easy. Even with all that stuff in there, I can still get it closed to about the medium loop. So there you go. It's alternate use number 2. Alternate use number 3. This is the Bob stroller. I use this thing all the time. When I go to the park, I like to just sort of leave my stroller with my things there and play and run with the kiddo. I always feel a little bit uncomfortable. I think we live in a relatively safe area, but I don't like my purse just being thrown underneath the stroller. So I put this thing on there on the handles, and I like it much better in lieu of the caddy that came with the stroller, because the way the caddy hangs, being affixed on either side, it sort of drapes, and then it forces the pocket to be narrow, so it's hard for me to get my things in and out, and they're relatively exposed. It only has like one sort of zipper opening that's a little bit awkward, and this actually works out so much better. So I used it kind of as a de facto purse, so that way I don't have to carry a purse when I'm going to the park. I didn't put much in it, and I didn't stuff it by any means. I have my kiddo sunglasses, and I have a phone and a simple wallet, and then I stuffed in there a really clunky set of keys. Here's what makes this really nice. When I'm just walking to the park, I don't even snap it, because the way it hangs just perfectly, and because it has this top extra cover in addition to the flap, the stuff can't fall out even with it just dangling like that. And that way, if my phone rings, whatever, while I'm walking, I have really easy access to it because I don't have to deal with a buckle or any of that. And then when I actually get to the park, at that time I'll buckle it up, and I don't worry that someone's going to come over here and unbuckle it, etc. So that is a really nice feature. Stay tuned for number 4, another alternate use. Thanks. Alternate use number 4. Honestly, there were going to be 5, and I'll tell you the 5th one was going to be me putting this on the basket of my bike, because I don't have a fancy bike. I have like a leisurely beach bike, and I was going to stuff it with sandwiches and all this stuff, and then my husband said, you know what, that's kind of cheating, because it's a bike bag made to go on a bag. And I thought, yeah, but it's made for like tools, whatever. And so that is scrapped and on the cutting room floor. And this is going to be the last one. This is alternate use 4. Is that right? 4. Yeah, this is our go-to bag when we go hiking. It's a North Face backpack, and it does have a few open pockets like on the side, but typically we have our water bottles in there. And then there's a pouch here, but we have like snacks for the kid and stuff. And so there's never there's never an easy access sort of front pocket. And I thought, my husband usually carries this when we go hiking, and then I'm always asking like, oh, can I have my phone, or can I have the thing, or the kid needs a snack, or XYZ. And so then he's always having to take this off his back, and then I'm fumbling through the main compartment of the backpack to find whatever it is that I need. And I thought, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take advantage of these straps that are here on the front, and I am going to affix this to the straps. And this is it, not buckled in, and it hangs totally fine. Like nothing's gonna fall out. I have in here right now, just for demo, my phone and some sunglasses, just so you can see. And because I think it's more likely things would fall out when the bag is sort of empty as opposed to full, so I demoed it with just a few items in there. But you can see, like, even if you don't buckle it, it's not gonna fall out. And so I just like this because he can be hiking and I can reach in there and get snacks without it ever coming off. And this is kind of a medium duty, medium core pack where it has the waist strap, etc. So taking it on and off is not that easy. It's kind of laborious. So I just love it that I can walk up, take whatever I need out of the pack. This isn't even closed all the way. I just have the snaps. Obviously, you know, if you were doing some serious hiking, you could snap it just so that there's no chance your items will fall out. But I just love this use for it. And there's a lot of these out there, sort of these bags that you can add on to your backpacks or your other bags. But I like this one because I think the top closure idea is really nice because it prevents me from having to buckle if I don't want to. And I like the versatility of the bag. Some of the ones that are made for just the backpack, I feel like I couldn't get other uses out of them, but this one, obviously I can. This is Hand and Hide. This is their biker bag in brown. I love it. Check it out. If there's any other uses that you can think of, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to demo it for you. Thanks so much for watching.
Hey, let me.
You want to hold the flowers? Here you go, baby. Thanks for letting me use them.
All right, let me. Oh, no.
Oh, thank you, sweet girl.